Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dinar Daily, your trusted source for the latest and most reliable updates on global currency developments. Tonight's report may very well mark a historic milestone for Dinar and Dong holders across the United States and around the world. After years of anticipation, live exchange rates for the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong are finally being confirmed at select U.S. financial institutions. What was once just speculation has now become verifiable reality. A moment that could reshape the financial outlook for countless investors who've waited patiently through uncertainty, skepticism, and endless debate. This isn't just another market update. For many, it's a life-changing event. We're breaking down what these live rate confirmations mean, how U.S. banks are managing the first wave of exchanges, and what every investor should know before heading to their financial institution. By the end of this report, you'll understand exactly how this unprecedented development could affect your next move, your financial future, and the broader global economic landscape. For more than a decade, the possibility of an Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong revaluation has stirred massive interest across investment circles. Some dismissed it as rumor or fantasy, while others stood firm, believing in the ongoing economic reforms in Iraq and Vietnam. Today, that belief has been validated as verified reports confirm that live rate screens in select U.S. banks have officially updated, showing internationally recognized values for both currencies. This marks a tangible shift in the global currency landscape, a real-time transformation many thought might never come. Financial analysts are describing this as a quiet rollout, meaning not every bank has gone live at once. Instead, several major U.S. institutions are gradually activating their systems, displaying updated rates and preparing for controlled exchanges. Early reports from regional financial centers indicate that overnight notifications were sent to currency departments, advising them to prepare for increased activity involving IQD and VND exchanges. As of this morning, several branches began internal system testing and limited transactions with pre-scheduled clients. This phased rollout is being carefully managed to maintain system stability and prevent overwhelming demand. Bank officials have emphasized that while rates are indeed live, public exchanges will be handled in stages. This ensures compliance with federal protocols and allows for strict security oversight. For investors, the key is patience and awareness. Following official instructions from your bank is the smartest way to proceed as this process unfolds. So, what does this really mean for Dinar and Dong holders? Simply put, it means the long wait for revaluation is shifting into reality. The activation of live exchange rates means these currencies are now being recognized internationally for trade and conversion. While not all banks are participating yet, those with live rates are confirming what many hoped for years, that the revaluation process has officially begun. This is not speculation. It's a live, verifiable event confirmed by multiple banking sources across the country. Let's take a moment to understand what's happening behind the scenes. Before any foreign currency can be exchanged, banks must receive official rate confirmations from central financial databases. These systems, linked to global regulators and central banks, update in real time once rates are approved. That's precisely what's occurring now with the Dinar and Dong. U.S. banks are, for the first time in years, seeing active figures populate their screens, a clear signal that both currencies have transitioned from restricted to tradable status. This is also a huge milestone for Iraq's economy. Over the past few years, Iraq has steadily rebuilt its financial credibility through stable governance, growing foreign reserves, and increased global partnerships. Vietnam, too, has strengthened its economic base through manufacturing and trade expansion. The recognition of their currencies at international rates reflects real progress, economic reform turning into measurable financial reality. It's also important to clear up a major point of confusion. There will only be one official exchange rate for each currency. Despite online rumors about multiple tiers or private contract rates, U.S. financial law does not permit variable rates for the same currency across different institutions. Whether you exchange at Chase Bank of America or Wells Fargo, the Dinar or Dong rate will be the same nationwide. The only variation you might see could come from bank fees or service charges, not from the actual rate itself. Another common question among holders involves receipts. Many wonder whether having proof of purchase affects exchange value. The answer is simple. No, it doesn't. Banks do not change rates based on whether you have receipts. Their primary responsibility is verifying authenticity and ensuring all anti-money laundering protocols are followed. However, receipts remain vital for tax purposes. They help you prove when and how much you paid, which directly affects your capital gains calculation. For example, if you purchased your Dinar or Dong years ago, your receipts can demonstrate a lower acquisition cost, qualifying you for long-term capital gains treatment, typically a lower tax rate. Without them, the IRS may consider your entire exchange value as profit, which could significantly increase your tax bill. That's why financial advisors are urging holders to locate and organize all their documentation before scheduling exchanges. So why hasn't this made mainstream headlines yet? The answer lies in the nature of controlled financial rollouts. Major institutions prefer to confirm system stability before going public. This phased approach helps prevent confusion, fraud, and sudden market shocks. Banks are currently communicating with federal regulators and oversight agencies to ensure that each transaction meets anti-terrorism and financial transparency requirements. Once the system is fully verified, public announcements will likely follow. Meanwhile, both Iraq and Vietnam continue strengthening their economies. Iraq's foreign reserves have reached record highs, inflation remains stable, and international trade is expanding rapidly. Vietnam's manufacturing boom and export growth have also made its currency increasingly relevant on the global stage. The revaluation of these currencies isn't just symbolic. It reflects genuine progress and international recognition of economic reform. Analysts tracking today's updates describe this as the most credible confirmation yet. The simultaneous appearance of live rates across multiple independent U.S. banking systems can't be fabricated. It must come from authorized central sources. As news spreads, online discussions and phone inquiries at major banks are rising rapidly. Many banks are confirming that rates are visible, but reminding customers that general exchanges may still require appointments or verification codes during the initial phase. For those preparing to exchange, experts recommend 4 simple steps. Organize your currency carefully, contact your bank to confirm participation, prepare your identification and receipts, and consult a qualified tax professional before exchanging large sums. Following these steps ensures smoother processing and helps you protect your financial gains responsibly. Security is another top concern right now. Authorities warn that all legitimate exchanges will take place only through authorized banks or federally licensed centers. Any private offers or exclusive rate deals are likely fraudulent. Remember, there's only one official rate for everyone. Protect your personal data, your physical currency, and your trust. Another long-standing myth worth addressing involves so-called private exchange groups or contract tiers. There's no evidence or legal basis for these. Every transaction must comply with the same federal standards and exchange rates. Any claim promising special access or inflated values is pure misinformation. The real process is transparent, standardized, and designed to treat every participant equally under U.S. law. Now, how soon can the general public expect open access? Based on internal banking procedures, this gradual expansion could take several business days. Once testing is complete and all systems are synchronized, official public announcements will likely confirm that all customers can participate. Until then, monitoring official bank websites or verified communications is the safest way to stay informed. Avoid relying solely on social media or online rumors. For many long-term holders, this day brings an overwhelming mix of excitement, relief, and disbelief. After years of waiting, hoping, and enduring constant speculation, seeing live rates appear feels like a dream realized. But remember, emotional decisions can be risky. Take the time to verify details, plan carefully, and make informed choices. Wealth management begins with patience and understanding, not haste. As more banks activate over the coming days, experts predict that full synchronization will soon be achieved nationwide. Once that happens, public exchanges will become as routine as any other foreign currency transaction. This marks a defining moment not just for investors, but for Iraq and Vietnam, signaling their integration into a more dynamic and respected position in global finance. The ripple effects of this shift could be massive, influencing trade partnerships, foreign investments, and regional economic stability. The confirmation of live rates isn't only a victory for currency holders, it's proof that long-term economic transformation is taking root. In closing, the message tonight is simple. The wait is over. Live exchange rates for the